6. This, at the end of the weekend, if Melbourne City can do them a favour and beat the Western Sydney Wanderers, but they still got 90 minutes to play, and we'll see how it all shakes out for the Brisbane Roar and the Newcastle Jets. But it's fantastic to see so many fans at the ground for the Unite round. And just before this game, Michelle Heyman did score her 100th goal and the 101. But we'll look at the team sheets for the Brisbane Roar. Alex Smith makes no changes to the starting 11 that defeated the Wellington Phoenix last week. Tamika Yallop, fresh off a goal, is into the attack, and the only change is with the bench, with Mariel Hetcher returning to the side. And for the Newcastle Jets and Gary Van Egmond, he only makes one change to the side from last week, as Tash Pryor returns to the starting 11, which means that Emma Dundas goes to the bench alongside Melina Reyes, who's still waiting for her start after returning from injury. But we're not too far away from getting underway here between the Brisbane Roar and the Newcastle Jets. But there is Tamika Yallop, a Matilda, a legend of the game. Scored her first goal in her return back to the competition. It means that she's now sitting at 59 goals in total in her Liberty A-League career. So she could get to number 60. I know it's not a milestone, but it's still a big number, and she would certainly like to get to that today, and the 3 points as well for her side. And a player who is in red-hot goal-scoring form, Serena Bolden, 5 goals in 6 games. She's been electric for the Newcastle Jets, and she scored last week as well. A fantastic goal. She'd like to add to her tally, and it's a wonder why she wasn't on any team's list when the season started. You know the quality she has, and she's been showing it, certainly. And referee for this afternoon's contest is Isabella Libri. Assistant referees Danielle Anderson and Paula Orlandi. Fourth official Molly Godsell. And there is Cass Davis and Inshinori in the toss there. And also Cass Davis has won. So hoping that might be a sign of good fortune for her side this afternoon. Sian Fryer has been phenomenal. She certainly was that last week in their match against the Wellington Phoenix. She was absolutely creating for fun, racing down the wing. She'd like to have a replication of that in this afternoon's contest. The Brisbane Roar, first win for Alex Smith last week. Would like to continue that run of form. They've certainly improved in the last few weeks, and would want that to continue. Goalkeeper Isabella Nino, see her towering over the rest of the squad. But Isabella Nino, this Newcastle Jets side, they haven't had it easy when it comes to keeping a clean sheet. Only one so far this season, so she'd like to add that to her own personal tally as well, and just race up the save percentage as well. And there is lots of fans out there enjoying the day at Leichhardt Oval. I know the sun was out. The sun's gone down a little bit, so certainly more people out there. And these guys were absolutely treated with Michelle Heyman, 2 goals, which means that she now sits at 101 goals in the Liberty A-League competition. She stands alone at the top, first player to ever reach 100, and now 101. But that is a player of Michelle Heyman's quality. You knew she was going to do it at such an important occasion like Unite round. But it's now up to the Brisbane Roar and the Newcastle Jets. It all continues. A big 3 points at stake for these two sides. You would love to get underway, and a good start, a quick early goal for both these teams. Put them into a real sense of confidence for the 90 minutes. Not too long before we get underway. And the Roar do get us going. And the ball played out wide. Given away. Barbieri immediately swarms, and Jets try to come back the other way, and they win a free kick. Lorena Baumann fouled, Swiss international. It's been good for the Jets. She's joined them in the competition, and there is Alex Smith. He must have had a nice week, first win since becoming in charge of the Brisbane Roar. It's been a difficult start to his time as Brisbane Roar coach. The wins haven't come easy. The points haven't come easy as well, but I'd like to continue that good run of form after beating the Wellington Phoenix, which some may call an upset. Ball into the middle. Bolden played it through for Barbieri. Nice take. Got Allen there in support. Ball got a little bit lost and allowed Sean Fryer to come away with it. Fryer able to turn and go. It's done well to beat Barbieri. Into the middle for Yallop. And a little bit of miscommunication. Works out. Palmer out wide to Delaharp. And Delaharp just showed a little bit too much of the ball for Sophie Hoban, so it will be a throw-in for the Brisbane Roar. There is Gary Van Egmont. Speculation about if he was going to go to China, but he is still on the touchline for the Newcastle Jets, and his side has got up the table and like to get themselves back into the 6. Only managed a draw last week against Canberra, 3-3, so 3 points is what they'd much prefer. Hoban into the middle. Davis done well to find an outlet. Sent into the middle and read well by McCormick. Delaharp, strong challenge by Bauman. Back to Delaharp. And Kaiser Stevenson just couldn't get the touch needed, so will be a Newcastle Jets throw-in. Davis just sent it forward with a hope that it might find the feet of Bolden. Doesn't, only finds Jordan Silkowitz. McCormick, out wide to Delaharp. That is something that the Brisbane Roar like to do, play with width. Use Delaharp, get her high up the pitch. So we've seen a lot of that throughout the afternoon, or the evening, sorry. Stevenson, and fouled. There was Holly McQueen, so it will be a free kick. Fryer forced to retreat back to Silkowitz. Can't find a way through at the moment. The Roar. McQueen played to the feet of Stevenson. Left for Stevenson, and Delaharp not able to put it under control, so it will be a throw-in for the Newcastle Jets. As I mentioned, those 3 points here for Melbourne City beat the Western Sydney Wanderers. Let's see either of these sides leapfrog a couple. Sean Fryer racing down. Still Fryer got options in the middle, and Nino did well to come and meet her. Just maybe a little bit of indecision there from Sean Fryer if she was going to shoot or play it through the middle for Stevenson, who was waiting. Got away nicely there, Sean Fryer. Pryor tried to put her off, and did look like Fryer was trying to play it back, but a corner, and Holly Palmer's going to take it. Palmer plays this to the near post. Can't get the flick on, so Lauren Allen just sends it out and straight to the feet of Holly McQueen. McQueen can hear Gary Van Egmont shouting instruction at his side. Get back into their defensive structure. Holly McQueen under pressure immediately from Bauman. Found a way through here, the Roar. Delaharp cut it back and cleared away by Pryor. Can see Gary Van Egmont urging his side to press a little bit higher, put the Roar under pressure. Don't give them so much time on the ball. Hoban A little bit of a spin, but manages to get away. But that pass is sloppy and straight to Fryer. McQueen. McCormick. Sent forward. Still, here is Roar, but Pryor is in the way, so will be a throw-in for the Brisbane Roar. Stevenson. Still Stevenson, able to come away with the ball, but immediately taken away from her. That ball sloppy from the Newcastle Jets. They're not clearing their lines well enough. Just welcoming the pressure back from the Brisbane Roar. Need to be more decisive. McQueen under pressure from Barbieri, and she was fouled, so will be a free kick. Just a little bit too overly eager there, Mindy Barbieri. Take a look at that challenge again. Just fell into her, the back of Holly Palmer. Scarpelli. Yallop. Sends it across, and there was no one there, so sloppy bit of play from the Brisbane Roar. Getting it back to the Newcastle Jets, who would like to just have some calm possession. They've been under pressure and forced to defend for the opening 7 minutes of the game. Bolden, nice tap forward. Copus Brown not able to bring it under control. Scarpelli back to Norrie. Slow game at the moment. Both these sides trying to find a way through. They may just have found it here, the Roar. Fryer. Nicely played there for Yallop. Has to turn back. Norrie. Palmer. And Yallop just lost it, and there's Allen. There's no one really in front of her, so we'll come straight back once again for the Brisbane Roar. Certainly dominating the possession in this game. Just haven't found a way through just yet. Norrie, under pressure from Copus Brown, just forces the ball down the line. Fryer has to turn back, and it will go out for another throw-in. You can see Cass Davis down with, looked like a slight injury in last week's fixture, but good to see her back out there for the Newcastle Jets. Play with so much experience. Such a valuable leader for this Newcastle Jets midfield. So calm and composed under pressure. Would like to see her on the ball a little bit more if you're a Jets fan. Allow her to dictate play, calm things down, but the Roar once again with possession, just passing it around, making the Jets work very hard in the opening 10 minutes of the game. Chico. Chico looking to impress and make a case for that young Matilda squad heading to the World Cup. Such a fun, promising young player, Claudia Chico. Quite dynamic, really great athlete. Bolden. We take a look at the early possession, and the eye test isn't lying to you. It is Brisbane Roar, 74% of the possession. Newcastle Jets having a hard time at the moment to get on the ball, only 26%. They need just a 5-minute spell with the ball at their feet. That's not the way to go about it. That ball's straight to the feet of Jordan Silkowitz. off the referee, and we're going to have to bring that back. Probably works a little bit better for Brisbane Roar. Sloppy exit out of defence. Probably not going to feel the greatest for referee Isabella Libri tomorrow morning. Wouldn't like to be in the way of football being pelted as fast as it can. Yallop got Palmer in the middle. Likes to go back to McCormick. Scarpelli just sends it long and straight to an opposite defender in Tash Pryor. Stevenson, Norrie wants to turn and go quickly, and that pass cheaply given away to Chico. The return back immediately. Does feel at the moment either side have really figured out what they're doing. Fryer out wide to Delaharp. Still Delaharp under pressure, and Hoban has done really well down the line. Good pressure there from Holly Palmer, and strong challenge from McQueen on Bauman, but play continues. Van Egmond very vocal on the touchline. Needs to find a way for his side to just wrestle some control of this game. Been pushed around a lot, but probably be pretty pleased with the amount of chances they have realistically given up to the Brisbane Roar. They haven't had many in front of goals, if any. Opus Brown under pressure. That ball's given away cheaply. Sorry, Scarpelli through the middle. There they go, Corbett, back to Scarpelli. Long-range effort, and wide of goal. We see Leah Scarpelli made her way forward, was getting tired of the ball playing around, and said, I need to take a strike for myself, and just too far wide, but that's the kind of movement you need if you are the Brisbane Roar. Stevenson with the effort, and good strong hand from Isabella Nino. Isabella Nino with the save. Needed. Can feel the brawl. Two quick chances in quick succession. A nice ball through from Corbin to Stevenson. Maybe could have had a little bit more power. She went for placement, but got a corner. Another opportunity here for the Brisbane Roar, and it's the first shot on target, that chance from Kaiser Stevenson. Yallop to take. Sean Fryer getting a quick word. Yallop, deep ball. It's the direction of McCormick, and spills out for Palmer. Back to Yallop. Gonna send it back across, and cleared away by Davis. So it will be a throw-in for the Roar. Be a corner, sorry. But good effort there from Brisbane Roar. Another crack at it. Just probably wasn't in the right position. Jenna McCormick. Yallop. Cross, and McCormick once again just couldn't get her head to it, but it will come back through Stevenson. Able to turn. Maybe looked like her hand was placed on the ball, but play continues. Norrie back the other way. Now Bauman for the Jets. Through the middle for Bolden. First chance for Bolden. Plays it through for Allen. Couldn't get the touch under control, and Fryer just using her pace to get back to defensive duties. It was the first opportunity for a break for the Newcastle Jets. It was stopped very, very quickly. Fryer. Norrie. Forced all the way back to Silkowitz. Need to be aggressive here, the Brisbane Roar. Large portion of the possession, control of this game. Need to capitalise on it. Don't want to face a situation where the Jets can capitalise off a counter after Roar have been dominant in the early phases of the game. McQueen. Stevenson. Back to McQueen. Delahart. Stevenson finding a lot of space at the moment. Corbin. Palmer. Cross just forced Fryer to go back. It's allowed Claudia Chico to get back into defensive position. And a little bit too eager there from Tamika Yallop. So Chico this time. Now go out for a throw-in. Scarpelli. Silkowitz looking for another outlet, and there, not too surprising, the Brisbane Roar 81% of possession. So the Newcastle Jets 57 for the possession they've had, which is not too much if we are being honest. And that's a nice through ball for Tamika Yallop. Just a little bit too early. And there's always going to be beaten by Zoe Karapetis in the end, but that's the kind of movement you want if you're the Brisbane Roar. Need something to break for them in this game. Almost worked out for Lauren Allen, that flick. She has won her side, a throw-in. Haven't seen much of Serena Bolden in this contest. As I mentioned at the top of the show, 5 goals in 6 games in a return to the competition. Fantastic player, Filipino international, is a part of their World Cup squad who got their first ever win at the World Cup. Jets with the set piece. Mindy Barbieri just sends it across out wide. Chico back to Davis. A long-range effort from Cass Davis, certainly ambitious. She does have 2 goals to her name in her Liberty A-League career, but I don't think that one was one of her higher opportunity strikes. I don't know if the XG will be in her favour with that shot attempt. Nice flick on from Corbin. Away goes Yallop. Still Yallop with the long-range effort. Straight into the hands of Nino, but maybe just a little bit wary there. Tamika Yallop of the pace. If she'd gone a little bit further forward, may have not had the opportunity to take the shot. Now the Jets wanting to build here. Bolden looking for the ball. Does get it. Back to Barbieri. Davis. Barbieri once again. Still Barbieri with the long-range effort off the crossbar. And Sean Fryer just clears it away. But Mindy Barbieri was so close to opening the scoring for a Jets side that have been under pressure for the opening 20 minutes of this game. She has certainly been the closest we've seen in this contest. A warning sign for the Brisbane Roar. As I mentioned, they do need to capitalise, because the Newcastle Jets are capable of scoring. And a really good 1-2 to start it off, and just off the crossbar, but very unlucky there, Mindy Barbieri. Beautiful little bit of play between her and Cass Davis. Take a look. She took it nicely, just didn't dip in time. Maybe she was a little bit further back. Would have been absolutely inch perfect, but still 0-0 here at Leichhardt, and the Roar break away. Yallop got Corbin, finds Corbin, able to get away from Pryor. Still Corbin, cuts inside with the effort, and just wide of goal. And this game is heating up now. Both sides certainly warming up, and total shots, the Brisbane Roar 4 to the Newcastle Jets 1, but that one certainly just a warning sign. It might give this Newcastle Jets side a little bit more confidence in this contest. Bauman, Bolden, and strikes the feet of Corbin. So the Roar trying to go the other way, forced back. Chico. Davis sends it across to Hoban. Now wide for Bauman. Sends it in the middle. Bolden streaming through, but not coming away for the Jets. But now the Roar going the other way. McQueen. Delaharp. Still Delaharp. Forced back to McQueen. Palmer under pressure. Almost gave the ball away, and Stevenson now swarmed as well. Jets come away with it. Hoban, Bolden tries to do a 1-2 with Hoban. Wasn't on the same page. Palmer straight at the legs of Barbieri. Bolden read it well in the air. Sprays it out wide for Allen. Got options in the middle. Sends it across, and Bauman couldn't beat McQueen to it. Copus Brown. Peters now out to Chico. Best bit of play from the Newcastle Jets in the opening half of football. Tried to feed it through for Lauren Allen. Didn't have enough on that pass. And ball returned for that foul on Mia Corbin. Take a look at that effort from Mia Corbin. Cut inside, just didn't have her foot wrapped around enough to curl it to the far post, but Mia Corbin is certainly a threat for this Brisbane Roar side. Five goals so far this season. Barbieri felt like she was fouled by Palmer. Referee agrees. And that ball, I would say that foul was maybe a little bit further forward. Would have maybe won the territorial battle momentarily. Take a look at that challenge and physical contest between those two players, and Tash Pryor just losing the ball momentarily. Lucky enough for her that just fell to her favour. And Mia Corbin right behind her. Copus Brown like to get in the game more, so know how influential she can be in the midfield, particularly last week against Canberra. Very lively. Pryor. Heavy strapping on that right quad. Allen straight at the feet of Sean Fryer, so it will be a throw-in for the Newcastle Jets. Pryor sending it out wide, and too much to ask of Bauman to bring it down. So will be another throw-in for the Brisbane Roar. Had a lot of throw-ins in this opening half. Tight contest. Both sides love the opening goal. And Holly Palmer, first yellow card of the contest. Probably just an accumulation of fouls. Della Harp done well to come. Thought she was fouled by Hoban. So a set piece opportunity in a really good spot for the Brisbane Roar. Della Harp did well, was making her way down and didn't have many options. So the foul and the free kick is probably the best they could have asked for. The Brisbane Roar. Jenna McCormick is a target, has scored from set pieces this season. 2 goals to her name. Pretty even for both sides in terms of fouls. Jets leading it at the moment. They are a very physical side. Palmer, swinging ball. Corbett, able to bring it down, but not able to get a shot. Stevenson, still Stevenson, looking for options. Sends it out wide to Scarpelli. Up against Bauman. Done well, Scarpelli, and off the chest of Nino. Able to recover that attempt. Wasn't the cleanest grab, but worked out for Newcastle Jets. And that attempt from Leah Scarpelli. We know she likes to get forward. Second time in this contest. Take a look at that chance. Did well to deceive Bauman, and then straight at Nino, who spilled it but was able to recover. Davis under pressure from opposite captain in Norrie, and wins aside a throw in. Gallup. And just a little bit of debate, friendly debate about whose throw it is. Less debate about this one. So it is a Newcastle Jets throw in once again. Now could work out for Bolden. It's done well. That back heel wasn't on the same page as Allen, but that would have been really nice if Allen had just made the run. Ball forward from Stevenson, and Nino has come a long way out of her box. And it's forced all the way back to Nino. Need to find an outlet here, the Newcastle Jets. Can't sit in their defence for too long. Don't want to invite the pressure from the Roar. That might be just the pass they need. Davis down the line for Allen if the ball can stay in play, and it doesn't.
Good, Zoe. Pass. Tell Chico to push on.
Can hear Gary Van Egmond once again. Just trying to encourage his side to press. Keep going. Stevenson had to reach for the ball. Scarpelli. Chico, now Copus Brown. Barbieri, got Hoban alongside her. Goes with Allen, a nice ball forward, but offside. But good work from Mindy Barbieri, who's been really good for the Newcastle Jets in the first half. Hasn't been too many bright spots, but she's been in and around it. Had that chance just off the crossbar, but it was a beautiful strike. for both these teams. 3 points are really crucial, but the first goal might just be more important, particularly for the Brisbane Roar. When they concede first, they've only won one game where they have conceded first. So the first goal for them, they'd like that sometime soon. Delaharp under pressure from Bauman, and Bauman wins that battle. Still Bauman across, straight to the feet of McCormick. And off the head of Karapetis. Record isn't too much better for the Newcastle Jets either. They only won 2 games where they've conceded first, and that was in 8 of their contests. Delaharp straight to the feet of Barbieri. Nino. Need to be quick here, the Newcastle Jets. Sometimes their play's just taking a little bit too long, allowing the Roar to find those pockets of space and interrupt those passing channels. Palmer. Taken away by Davis. Hoban. Still Hoban, looking for options in front of her. Down the line for Bauman, but McQueen made it there first. Yallop. Both sides not doing too badly in the final third in terms of passing accuracy. Sitting at around Brisbane Roar 63, Newcastle 65. Doing quite well for both sides for when they are getting in there, but not having as many clear looks in those final third phases. Lots of players there, lots of congestion for both sides. Love a goal before half-time. If you're Alex Smith or Gary Van Egmont, you change the team talk. Lots to figure out. Sean Fry's done well to beat Chico, but Chico didn't give up on that contest and still kept going. And has won the ball nicely for a side. Davis, Copus Brown, back to Lauren Allen, streaming forward here at Newcastle Jets, and that pass was sloppy and given away cheaply in the middle of the park. So now the Roar come the other way. Scarpelli. McCormick. And sloppy from McCormick, so will be a throw-in for the Newcastle Jets. Chico just a little bit sore, but able to keep going. Tough young player, Claudia Chico. Stevenson. Still Stevenson. He's done well to beat Cass Davis to the line. And it'll be a goal kick, though. Not long left in the opening half for both these sides to try and get a break in this game. Been a tough, grueling opening phase of play. Hoban been pulled back by Delaharp. Referee disagrees that it was a foul, and now it's been called back. And there is a clear tug of the shirt there from Cameron Della Harp on Sophie Hoban. You feel pretty hard done by if you're Sophie Hoban, and foul wasn't called there. Norrie. Back to McQueen. Bauman's been pushing really high up on that wing as a fullback. Loves to get involved in the attacking phases of play. Like to see a few more crosses sent in from her. She's got more space out there. Ball staying in play, and now it does go out, and it will be a throw in for the Raw. Not the cleanest clearance from Isabel Nino off her line. Giving the ball very high up for the Raw. Yallop. Nice throw in. It's worked out still. Yallop done well to find Della Harp in support, and that ball across and calmly collected by Nino. Wants to get play going quickly. Allen with a nice flick forward. Still Allen. Got Copus Brown in support, but Allen wants Alex to go down the wing herself. Now she finds Copus Brown in the middle. Needs options. They haven't come yet, and that ball's given away cheaply. But Newcastle Jets are getting into those sorts of areas, but they're not getting enough movement off the ball to find that outlet pass. But now they found Copus Brown in the box. Still Copus Brown. Tried to feed it through. Finds Copus Brown again. Barbieri. Hoban. Hoban cutting inside this time. Now Allen. Back to Bolden. Back to Allen. Copus Brown with the strike and straight at the feet. Cleared away by the Raw. Barbieri. Karapetis. Soft touch, but saved there by Davis. Chico. Can see the Jets have got into this game a lot more as the half has gone on, but still not the clearest opportunities in front of goals. Straight to the feet of Della Harp, and now comes the other way for the Raw. Got Corbin up ahead if she just lifts her head in time, and didn't, and Tash Pryor does have the right line. Back to Nino. Needs to clear it away. Isabel Nino able to pick it up, but that was almost cheaply given away to the Brisbane Raw to open the scoring. Very lucky there, Isabel Nino. Might slip through for Bauman, but she had just gone a little bit too early. So it was offside. Imagine. Look at this game goes on without a goal. The more open it will become, more opportunities will fall. Who will step up for both these sides? Karapetis. Back to Nino, who sprays it. So the Brisbane Raw, another throw in high up the pitch. Holden coming very deep to get involved in the play, just to see the side of the ball. I think a little bit of frustration now for Isabel Nino. just needing some shorter options. Just feels like she might be just forced to just send it as far away, but not getting the contact. Palmer. And just lost control of the ball, so it will be a goal kick for the Jets. Karavitis down the line to Bauman. Hoban feeding it through for Bolden. Up against McCormick, still Bolden, forced out wide. Barbieri. Bauman. Done well to evade that challenge. A nice ball from Copus Brown to Hoban. Sends it across. Allen dropped it. And Bolden had just overrun the ball, but it was really clever there from Lauren Allen. Chico. Pushing up is Chico. Still Chico driving forward, and ball goes away for a goal kick, but Hoban sent it across, and Lauren Allen was really smart, tried to drop it for Bolden, but she just gone a little bit too quickly. Not on the same page just yet, those two, but you can see the ideas are there, they're forming. Bolden, love to score. Unite round. It's a great initiative for the competition. Having all these teams in the same location. Leichhardt Oval has seen a lot of football in the last 2 days. Fantastic ground to get to. You know, love going down to local grounds as me, Corbin. Just fall to the ground. A bit of heavy contact, but she's all right. There is Corbin. I don't think she's going to be forced off. That's with that challenge. I feel like she's a warrior. She might be good to go. Delaharp, ball in the middle to Yallop, and that's nicely done, that throw in, but even better work from the Jets to win it back. Down the line now for Bauman in a foot race with McQueen, who just had a little bit more speed to burn. Palmer to Yallop, finding a lot of space. Yallop in the middle of the park, but not finding the outlet at the moment. Once again, Yallop cheaply given away to Copus Brown. Allen got Bolden in the middle. Likes to go herself through the middle to Davis. Hey, Cash Davis. Silkowitz with a strong save. Cash Davis found her way through and just couldn't get her feet untangled. Start with, and then she got the strike, but Jordan Silkowitz, the right place, the right time. Seen a lot of that at the moment for the goalkeepers. A lot of the ball being played directly at them. Davis. Down to Allen, sent it across, and calmly collected. Just taking some time off the clock there, Jordan Silkowitz, after that save. Half-time is nearing for both these teams. Can't be too much longer left in this contest. And it will be 1 more minute of additional time for both these sides. You can see it's filling up a lot more on the hill. And we are set up for a fantastic second half. But it might be an electric finish to the first. Corbin, in a little bit of space, Corbin. Still Corbin. Nino got lost. Corbin needed to find a pass. Now she does. And no penalty. Chico clearing it away. Too much indecision in the box, and Tamika Yallop was unhappy with the indecision or the lack of a call from referee Isabella Libri in the box. McCormick. Still McCormick. Stevenson feeding it through for Fryer. Got Corbin in the middle. Got Yallop calling for it. Doesn't see the run. McCormick. Long range effort. Nino forced to save. Now falls for Corbin. Across to Hoban. Needs to clear away. Sends it back into the path of danger. Don't know why. It's worked out here for the Jets. And that ball sent forward, but too much to ask there from Serena Bolden, even though she has pace to burn. That's all it is for half-time. Lively patches for both teams. Some great efforts, particularly from Mindy Barbieri off the crossbar. The best chance of the first half for the Jets didn't work out. But at the moment, all level here at Leichhardt. It is Brisbane Roar 0, Newcastle Jets 0. And take a look at some of the opportunities in the first half. Sian Fryer here, bracing down. Had Stevenson in the middle, but Nino did well to meet her at the summit. And Scarpelli, typically a defender, but wanted to take a run at it herself, going forward. An ambitious strike, just wide of goal. And this attempt here from Kaija Stevenson forced a really nice save from Isabel Nino. But this chance here, the best of the first half, Mindy Barbieri just hitting the crossbar. It was oh so close, and a really nice one too there with Cass Davis. But Newcastle Jets lucky not to score with that opportunity. And it is still 0-0 for both these sides, but a beautiful strike. Take a look at this from Mia Corbett. Just couldn't get the angle she needed with that strike. And Isabel Nino very lucky. And Corbett didn't put that into the back of the net. So take a look at this effort here from Cass Davis. Straight at the goals and straight into the hands of Silkowitz. But really pushing for the Brisbane Roar. But lots of chances for both sides. Total shots, the Brisbane Roar 6-3. But a lively first half between those two, and it's set up for a fantastic second half. But stick around here, and we'll be back after the halftime break. And welcome back here to Leichhardt Oval between the Brisbane Roar and the Newcastle Jets. It is currently 0-0 between the two sides. We are looking, waiting eagerly for what will change this game, change the dynamic, who will break the deadlock. And we see those families out there watching some football for your night round. Fantastic to see everybody out and about supporting football. See a Robert Lewandowski shirt. It's all right. If it was an Arsenal shirt, we'd appreciate a little bit more here on the broadcast, but can't ask for too much. Seeing some Newcastle Jets shirts as well. That's always nice. Still eagerly waiting for second half. That flip's pretty cool. If we can see something just as cool from the players playing on the field. And maybe that young fan is a big fan of Sam Kerr and just practicing what her flip is going to look like on the big stage one day. And it is the ultimate Olympics competition, getting ready for the Olympics, these young kids. Fantastic technique. I'm giving it a 10. If you're not giving it a 10 at home, very disappointing, and I think you're too harsh of a critic. But here we go. The Brisbane Roar. And take a look at the first half highlights. Isa Stevenson forcing a big save out of Isabel Nino. But this chance here for Mindy Barbieri, oh so close for the Jets, breaking the deadlock, but off the crossbar. Very nice bit of 1-2 play with her and Cass Davis, just hitting a little bit too much power on it, but Mia Corbin was very lively for the Roar up front. A little bit wide with that attempt and almost benefiting off some sloppy play from Isabel Nino in goal. And this attempt from Cass Davis got 2 goals to her name in her Liberty A-League career. Was trying to make it number 3. But just straight at Jordan Silkowitz there, but Mia Corbin, Serena Bolden, 2 of the best when it comes to chances created in this competition. We're just at least getting goals on the score sheet. There's Jenna McCormick. Busy first half, had patches where they were under pressure, but I'd like to see a quiet second half, you'd imagine, if you're her. And there is Izzy Nino asking for some more and giving some direction to a defense, and attackers obviously got to defend as a team. And yeah, the 2 leaders of the Brisbane Roar, Shinori, Tamika Yallop. Tamika Yallop, as the first half was continuing, she was getting a lot more involved in the play, finding a lot of space in the middle of the park, able to turn and go, but not able to find that secondary pass to feed it through to the likes of Fryer and Stevenson. As Gary Van Egmont does have options on the bench. The likes of Melina Reyes still yet to make a start since returning from injury. But if this game remains at 0-0, what a fantastic option to bring off the bench, Melina Reyes. And we are underway for the second half. Sophie Hoban immediately under pressure from the Roar, and Deborah Delaharp just sends it out of play. Karapetis, it's the feet of Barbieri. Back heel, but once again, not quite on the same page this evening, the Newcastle Jets, but they have won themselves a corner. Once again, referee Isabella Libri forced to just give some stern warnings to the players surrounding goalkeeper Jordan Silkowitz. We know this is a popular tactic of teams nowadays. Barbieri into a dangerous area. Lauren Allen does get ahead to it, but wide of goal, so it will be a goal kick. A ball just into a nice area, but couldn't get the contact there after the Newcastle Jets. Scarpelli down the line. Norrie, Bolden keeps it in play, sends it across the box. Not able to bring it down, Copus Brown. Stevenson. And that will now be a throw-in for the Newcastle Jets. Very deep in Brisbane Roar territory. Chico, and now a corner. It will be Mindy Barbieri once again. Be looking for a delivery similar to the last, but wanting the contact in the box to be just better. Get it on target. Force Silkowitz to make a save. Barbieri, high to the area of Silkowitz, cleared away by the Roar, but that was a really good cross into the box. Copus Brown. Take a look at that from Mindy Barbieri, right onto the area of Jordan Silkowitz. And Corbett, the first to clear away the danger. Just needed another navy blue shirt in the box. And right next to Jordan Silkowitz to tap it in that follow-up. Bolden. Found Allen. Got a little bit of space, crosses it, but off the feet of Sean Fryer, so will be another throw, another corner. Nice work from Serena Bolden. Maybe learnt that flick from Copus Brown after last weekend's game with the assist. Barbieri. High to Bolden. Does get ahead to it. Copus Brown with the follow-up. Bolden again. Now Pryor. Straight into the hands of Silkowitz. And if you're the Brisbane Roar and you're Alex Smith, you'd be disappointed that the Jets are getting so many chances in the box with these corners. They're getting closer and closer with each attempt. Pryor shouldn't have been free to get that header. Bauman, Bolden, Barbieri. Now finding Allen, just wandered offside. That quick passing, that's what the Jets want to see more of in the second half. Be decisive. Play on instinct. Just too much. Just stopping and starting, if you're the Jets and you're the Roar in this game, have been fluid in their movement at times. McQueen. And be a free kick on that foul on Tamika Yallop. Just a little bit too much there from Lorena Bauman. McQueen. Nice feed through for Palmer. Now out wide, but couldn't get the pass figured out for Deborah Ann Delaharp. They've won the ball back here, the Roar. Palmer. McQueen. Coming inside for the Roar. Corbin has done well to feed it through to Delaharp. Palmer's in a world of space they can find her. Just sending across to Kaiser Stevenson. Fryer leaving it for Palmer. And It's a good save from Nino. Hoban. McQueen. Need to continue with this pressure here, the Raw. Up. Palmer once again. Back to Delaha. McQueen tried to spin around. That ball's out of play. That cross in. Sean Fryer did so well, so smart to play it in through for Tamika Yallop. Trying to get her second goal. Return back to the competition. So, Holly Palmer to take this corner. Sent short. Ishinori with the first header. And it will be a goal kick. Some dispute no matter if it's a goal kick or a corner. Referee Isabella Lidbury saying it will be a goal kick. Minnie Barbieri and Libby Copus Brown just needing a minute to just catch their breath. Ishinori got ahead to it and it definitely came off. Libby Copus Brown got away with one there, the Newcastle Jets. They need to clear their lines and be forced now for throw in. Fryer, still Sean Fryer. Leaving it for Delaha. Won nicely by the Jets. And left by Barbieri. Thought Copus Brown was much nearer to her, and they've given away a free kick in the middle of the park. Scarpelli on the ground. Here's Scarpelli. It's been in amongst it. She made her way forward in the first half, had a sight at goal. Didn't work out, but it's been lively for the Raw. Doing a lot of defending, but also getting forward in the attacking phases of play. Wouldn't be good to see her unavailable for the remainder of the game. Just needs a moment and a strong challenge from Barbieri, and then hit Lauren Allen as well. Really physical challenge, and awkward one. Hit her head on the ground and just maybe needs a moment. May have to go through. Make sure, obviously, not concussed. Most important thing. Players' safety and well-being. Take a look at that challenge again. Strong challenge from Barbieri, just forced her to collide with Lauren Allen and then just bumped her head on the ground as she was going down, but she's back on her feet. Looks like she will be okay, but just gonna need to come off for a moment, readjust the headband, take a sip of water, and then back out onto the field of play. She's able to continue. So Holly Palmer standing over the ball. Can she find a teammate to break the deadlock? Mia Corbin in the line, sorry. Jenna McCormick as well. Tamika Yallop on the far side. Lots of options for Holly Palmer to aim at. Goes to the far side. Falls for Norrie. Delahart. Got Palmer in support. McQueen just sends it back, and humbly ill-advised. Like that opportunity back again. Ball falls for Corbin. Palmer. Scarpelli. Stevenson. Tried to feed it through for Delahart, but didn't make it to her most traditional route, but they do win themselves a throw-in. Yalloped the cross in, and there was never finding a teammate or troubling Nino, so it will be a goal kick. Ish Norrie has done well to break away. Still Norrie, now Corbin. Jets defence held up. There'll be a throw-in. If you are the Brisbane Roar, you'd like Sian Fryer to get a little bit more involved in this game. She's sitting third when it comes to all players in the competition for chances created, 22. With 3 assists so far in this competition. We know how much her pace, how useful it can be. Able to turn away from a defender and just find teammates in the middle. Sian Fryer, need to get her more involved if you are the Brisbane Roar. And one high is Bauman. Looked to be fouled by McQueen, and referee Newbury agrees. So a free kick for the Newcastle Jets. Lana Bauman took a chance, pressed up high, and won her side a free kick. Look at that intent in the ball back, and Queen knew she was at a disadvantage, had to foul. And a red card for Holly McQueen. Serena Bolden celebrates like it's a goal, but that is very surprising. Referee must have deemed that she was the last offender. But now a change to the complexion of this game. The Brisbane Roar down to 10, and the Newcastle Jets with a player advantage. Really disappointing if you are Alex Smith and Holly McQueen. She looks very frustrated. I don't think she necessarily agrees with that decision. But lots to think about now if you are the Brisbane Roar, down to 10. And can the Newcastle Jets capitalise on this? Indy Barbieri over the ball, takes a strike at goal, and always sailing over. And we take a look at that challenge again. Bauman was away, and it was a physical challenge, but I feel like it may be quite harsh for Holly McQueen to be awarded a red card in that situation. It was certainly certainly stopping potentially a goal-scoring opportunity may be the reason why red card was awarded, and Lauren Allen a yellow card as well in this contest. So now got a player advantage for the Newcastle Jets. Can they take advantage of it? Copus Brown to Allen, just couldn't keep track of the ball. Does win her side a corner. Just take a look at that challenge. Bauman did well to win it up high, and just a shove, really. Just a shove forced down, but a really big call there from referee Isabella Libri. And now it is the Newcastle Jets corner. Crowding Jordan Silkowitz as they've done throughout the entirety of the game. Getting lots of chuckles after the instructions in the box from the players. Barbieri to take. Sent low. Players arriving in the box. Palmer clears it away and will come back through the Jets. Chico out wide to Barbieri. He sends it to Bolden. Davis, back heel to Bolden, still Bolden, through on goal, and she was never going to miss there, Serena Bolden. 6 goals in 7 games, and she just can't stop scoring. She celebrated the red card like it was a goal, and she's going to celebrate this like it could be the potential winning goal of this game. Straight through a really nice back heel from Cass Davis. Serena Bolden has been on the receiving end of some nice assists from last weekend. Copus Brown and now Cass Davis joining in on the party. But the form that Serena Bolden is in, absolutely fantastic. And she just can't stop scoring. And now all to do for the Raw. A player down, a goal down. A Leichhardt Oval, what can they conjure up? Yallop, a beautiful ball through for Yallop. Still Yallop, now Corbin. She needs to shoot. It's Corbin with the beautiful effort, Mia Corbin. An instant reply. And a fantastic finish. All started with that nice ball for Tamika Yallop. She was able to bring it down. And Mia Corbin wasn't going to miss that opportunity. An instant reply. But Yallop did so well to bring it down. Corbin bided her time, and then Nino was too far off her line. There was nothing she really could do to stop that attempt into the roof of the net. But this game is certainly heated up. And that's Mia Corbin's 6th goal in the competition. And she joins the likes of Millie Farrow on 6 goals as well. She's up there in terms of the Golden Boot race. An outside chance, but she's going to be the main goal scorer for the Brisbane Roar. Could see her walk away with it at the end of the season. But if you're the Newcastle Jets, you'd certainly be disappointed that after scoring, you concede a goal so quickly after, particularly with the player advantage on the pitch, as Della Harp fouls Bauman, and a yellow card for her as well. Raina Bauman, tricky player all game, being in and amongst it. Was pulled back by Della Harp and knew she was at a disadvantage, had to foul, tactical. These fans getting treated to entertaining second half. Will we see more goals? Barbieri stands over the ball. What can she deliver? Sends it high. Silkowitz punches it away. Davis with the header, clean on goal. And follow-up efforts need to be cleared away. Silkowitz does get a hand to it. Looked to be fouled. Ball back across, and they were in the orange shirts there, but Jordan Silkowitz very unhappy with Isabella Libre's late whistle. Wanted that call a lot earlier, and Ishinori inadvertently just blocked her path. A follow-up effort from from Hoban, just off the legs. Ball through for Fryer. Up against Chico. Fryer able to beat Chico, but not able to meet the ball. We are going to see a substitution with Lara Gooch onto the park in replacement of Zoe Karapetis. Lara Gooch, attacking-minded player, loves to get forward. Scored a fantastic goal last week, dribbled through, nice bit of footwork. Gary Van Egmond will be hoping for that same impact off the bench. Immediately get in amongst it. Did that last week. Fryer, and a foul throw. That's disappointing. That's... And surely that might be a fine for that foul throw. Allen. Now Kaiser Stevenson. Yallop pulled back by Barbieri. Be surprised she doesn't get a yellow card for this. And she is awarded a yellow card, Mindy Barbieri. I don't think she really was believing that argument. I think she knew that card was coming her way, and just a slight tug, but a free kick nonetheless. That is Mindy Barbieri just arguing, maybe arguing for vibes, I've got to be honest. That's not really much to debate there in terms of that free kick. Palmer, looping ball, follow-up effort, still bobbling around. Yallop with the header, now Fry able to bring it down. Comes out the back, Scarpelli. Allen wins the ball, sends it down the line. Copus Brown almost on the battle. The Raw continuing possession. Sloppy pass there, forced them to retreat. Palmer, now Yallop, wants to go. The run was interrupted and given away cheaply by the Jets. You can't really, doesn't feel like you can tell which team is down a player with the way it's going. Jets need to be a little bit more controlled, a little bit more focused. Yallop. Stevenson. Copus Brown, back heel to Davis. Now Bolden. And was fouled by Ishinori. just a little bit overly eager. The challenge for the ball. Gooch. Still Gooch. Sends it across. Headed away by McCormick. Palmer. Stevenson. Gooch has done well to win it back. Bauman. Still Bauman. Needs to cut it inside. And it will be a corner for the Newcastle Jets. That's more like it. It's what you want to see. Gooch with the intent to win the ball back. Bauman beating Norrie, but needed to be more decisive. Needed to play that ball earlier. Stevenson still on the ground from that earlier challenge from Gooch. Maybe potentially stepped on her ankle there. Ankle or... not quite sure, to be honest. Hopefully she's able to continue, but that sock is pulled down, so maybe was stepped on inadvertently. Stevenson lively in this game, in and amongst it, and we'll take a look at the goal that broke this game open. A beautiful back heel from Cass Davis, and Serena Bolden took it beautifully. And Tamika Yallop won't get the goal, but she did all the work before it. Amir Corbin finished it off beautifully, hitting the roof of the net. But some nice team goals for both sides. But all square here. But it is the Brisbane Roar down a player. Holly McQueen sent off following a challenge on Lorena Bauman. Maybe questions of if she was unlucky to get the red card. Could it have been just a yellow? Elijah Stevenson. That knock there from Lara Gooch is certainly wounded, and it doesn't look like she'll be able to continue. So it will be Tamar Levin that comes on in replacement of her. So what can Tamar Levin do? A young 19-year-old. Mindy Barbieri to take this corner once again. Can they use it to their advantage, the extra player? Barbieri to the near post and off Yallop. So another attempt for the Jets. There's Tamika Yallop at the near post. Aaron Allen likes all there as well, all crowded around the goal, and Jordan Silkowitz trying to cause chaos in the box. Barbieri, high looping ball. Corbin got to it first, into the middle. Copus Brown with the follow-up effort, off Levin. Out wide to Barbieri. Will she send it back in for another attempt? She does. Bolden misses it. Gooch gets ahead to it, but off McCormick for another corner. So pressure mounting here for the Roar. Need to be solid in their defensive structure. Be alert of all the runners. Barbieri. Short once again, and through on goal! Mindy Barbieri. Her attempt has ended up in the back of the net. May have taken a deflection on its way through. But that's what they needed, a bit of luck there, the Newcastle Jets. We'll see who got the final touch. It maybe just went clean through and did take a touch off Tamika Yallop before it went past Jordan Silkwitz. Very unlucky for the Brisbane Roar and Tamika Yallop. And Mindy Barbieri, she sent it in. She wanted to take it for herself, but it did look like it took a touch off Tamika Yallop. So now more work to be done for the Roar. Would like a quick response like they got the first time. Can they muster it up to get another goal before the Jets get a chance to extend their lead? We'll see Melina Reyes make her way onto the pitch for Serena Bolden. The last we've seen from her this afternoon, a goal to her name, and she's taking a lot of time to get off the pitch. Will she go this way, that way? And now she's finally forced to go off the near touchline. But a good afternoon for Serena Bolden, continuing on with her goal-scoring form. 6 goals in 7 games in a return. And now Melina Reyes on, another player with a fantastic goal-scoring record throughout her time in this competition. Corbin sends it back, 11. Delaharp, still Delaharp. Palmer. Still Delaharp. Wins her side, throw in. Levin. Still Levin. Breaking her way through the substitute. Sends it out wide to Delaharp. Needed to play it to Palmer, who had space in the box.
Stay in there, Libby.
Oh, Levin done well there, and just a bit of friendly fire there from the Jets players. Davis down the line to Gooch. Haven't seen too much of the substitute. Norrie, still Norrie, breaking her way through. Ish Norrie. Just too much going on in the box maybe for her. Needed to be decisive in that moment, take a strike earlier or play it through for Corbin. They do have themselves a corner here, the Brisbane Roar. What can they get from this? Holly Palmer. High ball. And a good grab from Isabel Nino. Was never looking troubled in that moment. A really good grab. Anish Norrie just breaking her way through. Tash Pryor did well to cut off the angle, but maybe she could have played it through for Corbin. Was alongside her. Scarpelli. And just a stop in play here for Mindy Barbieri. It's been forced down a few times. But plays continue. Got the word. Yallop. Scarpelli. Shipping it through for Corbin, but Pryor is good to go. Hoban out to Gooch. Still Gooch. Charging run through. There, Lara Gooch. And high ball, but that's what she can do. A brave player, ambitious, drive forward, take her chances. Saw that last weekend, and that effort was sailing over, but certainly anxiety as she was making her way through. Tamika Yallop, 150 games in the Liberty A-League. Fantastic achievement. Like to have her night end a little bit better. Get a goal, get a point out of this game. Change of fortune. And got to play it down off ball. Seeing Kaiser Stevenson there as well. Just making her way finally to the bench after being forced off through injury. But 150 games for Tamika Yallop. Very impressive feat in this competition. Serena Bolden not only getting involved in the goals, but getting involved in being a Gatorade or Powerade. It looks the team has elected to go with. I personally prefer Gatorade, but professional athletes do different things. Scarpelli. Scarpelli. Once again forced down, but looks to be okay. There isn't long left in this contest for the Brisbane Roar to change this game, to get a point. And the substitution, as we see Tegan Thompson come on for Holly Palmer. And we see Bonnie Davis come on as well. See who's come off, and it looks like Leah Scarpelli, one too many knocks in this game. And away quickly here. Davies through the middle, back again. Nino gets the follow-up grab. And I think Gary Van Egmont may have raced onto the field if the Roar scored there. I was asking the referee why they didn't wait, but the Roar were alert. And Davies, almost an instant impact from the substitute. Davis. McCormick sending it forward, asking Bonnie Davies to run, but Pryor is already there. Smith not able to keep, for a start, I would say, a winning streak following that impressive win over the Wellington Phoenix last week so far. But still time left in this game for a side to change their fortune As I said, really crucial 3 points up for grabs in this contest. The Newcastle Jets currently, if they're able to hold on, sitting in 4th place on 17 points. Now, obviously, the likes of Sydney FC are sitting in 6th, 2 games in hand. But if you're a Newcastle Jets fan, a player, if you can end your weekend in the top 6 and above the likes of the Wellington Phoenix, who have been getting a lot of praise throughout the season, you feel pretty good about yourself. Davis. Ball brought down nicely by Sean Fryer. Thompson. Yallov. Spraying it out wide for Della Harp. If she can keep it in play, crosses it in. Pryor. Bauman. Off the feet of Corbett. So a goal kick, not what the Roar are after in these late stages of the game. Nicely done to be cleared away, but too tight of an angle, you'd imagine, for Duran Delahart to have crossed it in. Corbin. A touch, but straight to Pryor. Copus Brown. Now Gooch, can she get there in time? McCormick to Silkowitz, who's able to clear it away. And a really nice touch from Levin to turn and go. Fryer needed a better touch, and then she was certainly away, but it was offside. That touch from Tamar Levin to turn and go, quite impressive from the youngster. And you can just see Sean Fryer just gone a little bit too early. Didn't match the run of Chico. Not long left in this contest. The Brisbane Roar wants something out of the game. Need to make it happen quickly. Bauman giving the ball back to the Roar. That's not what you're after if you're part of the Jets coaching staff. Want to keep possession, pass it around, suffocate the Roar's chances of getting the ball back and just maintain possession. Corbin tried to feed it through for Davies. Silkowitz. Don't need to rush it if you're the Roar. Davies does get ahead to it. And Nino able to clear it away before Corbin's able to intercept. Yallop, heavy touch, given to Ayres. Tried to feed through for Gooch. Silkowitz sending it long once again, but this time out wide for Fryer. Foot race with Chico. Fryer gets the win, but Chico wins the contest after. Great work from the youngster. And it will be a goal kick for the Newcastle Jets. And it will be 6 minutes of additional time. So if you are the Brisbane Roar, that is a number that you're happy to see. Means that you can be patient. You just need one good look at goal. Don't need to rush it. Need to be calm and controlled. Fryer feeding it through for Davies. Got Corbin in the middle. Still Corbin. Nino. Calm collection. Frustrated face of Alex Smith. Been a difficult evening for his side. Davies did the right thing to take Corbin through, but she was blocked. And Sean Fryer gets nutmegged. Don't think that was her intention to get nutmegged there, but Be a throw-in for the Jets, and we'll see another substitution for the Newcastle Jets. Last we've seen of Lorena Bauman. We'll see Josephine Wilson make her way onto the pitch. Bauman did get quiet as the game went on, particularly in the second half. So now a fresh injection of a little bit more energy from the bench in Josephine Wilson. Pryor, nice bit of footwork. Laying it down the line for Gooch, wanting her to use her pace. Tamika Yallop just using her experience to win the ball back. Pinched away by Hoban. Copus Brown now. Sending it for Gooch. Maybe a little bit early to keep it in the corner, but they have won a corner. Tamika Yallop did really well. Bumped off the ball by Gooch, but a really nice turn. Well, she was mid-slide, if you would call it. That's what 150 games gives you. Experience and expertise in this competition. 8th corner for the Newcastle Jets. Don't think it will look a lot like the other 7. Barbieri. See the faces of McCormick and Yallop very much disagreeing. And the Jets, you'd imagine, just take any second they can just to take some time off the clock. Barbieri just sends it to the path of Yallop, and there'll be another throw in. This time maybe even a little bit slower or quicker. And it is the Raw who finally do win some possession. This time just with the throw in. So what can they muster up? Just need one good opportunity if you are the Brisbane Raw. Need to be patient. But decisive. Corbin, give it away. Silkowitz needs to grab it and go. Sends it long. It's the path of Bonnie Davies. And there's Sean Fryer up against Chico. And it will be a Brisbane Raw throw-in. Claudia Chico not agreeing. A lot of players disagreeing with the calls late into this contest. Levin sends it across. Headed high. Punched away by Nino. Hoban needs a clean exit from defense. Doesn't get it. Hoban. Delaharp wins the ball back. Nicely done. Still Delaharp sends it down across the line, but Nino able to grab. So just a minute left in the allotted time for the Brisbane Raw. What can they do? Or can the Newcastle Jets hold on to an important win for their season? For their chances of making the 6 and making finals this year. Corbin. Cass Davis, the player you'd want to have possession. She's tied. Tries to hold on to a win, and it will be a Brisbane Raw throw-in, but can't be too long left in this contest even. There's 6 minutes. Come to a completion. Gooch giving it away to McCormick, who just sends it down the field. Barbieri, heavy touch, works out. Levin now. What can she do? Giving the ball away. One immediately back by the Raw. McCormick. And that's all we have time for at Leichhardt Oval It is the Newcastle Jets who come away with the 3 points over the Brisbane Roar. They didn't have it all their own way as this contest went on. Serena Bolden got the scoring underway. And that ball into the box by Mindy Barbieri. Got a lucky flick, lucky header for the Newcastle Jets. Unlucky for the Brisbane Roar to secure the winner. But it is the Brisbane Roar 1, the Newcastle Jets 2. And it is that Tamika Yallop goal, own goal that separates the two sides. But this effort from Mindy Barbieri in the first half was a warning sign. So there were going to be some goals in this game. Very unlucky to not finish that chance. And this effort from Cass Davis straight into the hands of Jordan Silkowitz, able to palm it away. But that back heel from Cass Davis for Serena Bolden, a beautiful finish, a beautiful assist, an all-round fantastic team goal, got the scoring going, and it wasn't very long after this that we saw the Brisbane Roar equalise with that Serena Bolden. 6 goals in 7, and this is the equaliser. Tamika Yallop did so well to bring it down, and Mia Corbin, a beautiful finish. So roof of the net wasn't anything that Isabel Nino could do to stop that. But a great finish, and we thought, ooh, how's this game going to play out? And it was a red card in between this and that header from Tamika Yallop. Very unlucky at the near post. Got a flick on to guide that ball into the back of the net. But it was what separated the two sides in the end, and it is the Newcastle Jets who get the all-important 3 points. But pretty even across the stats. Possession, Roar had a little bit more. Total shots equal for both teams, but a lively game of football. The second half was certainly more attacking for both sides, but it's been a fantastic Unite round so far, and it all continues tomorrow. I've been Pure Frimpong. Thank you very much for joining me for this round 12 clash.